Okay, so here we are back at our dashboard. We're going to go through products. So if I click here on products, I'm going to go up here to add a new product. And so the first thing we're going to do is put a picture of our product. You can upload a file here, or you can select from things you've already uploaded if you have. But I'm going to go and select a file. So I'll do my greeting cards. It's showing all your stuff here because I'm in the admin section. So when you go in as a vendor, you won't see everybody's stuff. And there's my picture. So I'm going to put feather greeting cards. And I will price them at, well, I should put like something like set of 4. Actually, I'll put that in the description. We'll just put this, and then I'll put just a price of $25. Now you have the option to put things on sale if you want to. So you can schedule a sale or a discounted price. You can explore that if you want to. I have not yet explored it, but I will do so and come back to you with some information. Down here is where you can add more images of this product. So if you have different views, or you want to open a card and put a picture of the inside of the card, whatever you need. This is select product category. So I already have categories that set up the entire store, and you can fit your product into one of these categories. So I have Christmas cards. I have a Christmas category is the main one, and then under that is ornaments, Christmas cards, home decor has lots of stuff, sub categories in there. Books and cards is a category, and a subcategory is cards. So I'm going to click that so that when someone goes to IndigenARTSY and they want to look for cards, if they type cards in the search, this product is going to come up. Product tags, same thing. I've got a bunch of tags in there already that you can choose from. You can also make your own tag. So if you want to put in greeting cards, I'm pretty sure you can do that. There we go. Oops, it didn't work, but I'll have to work on that on my end. If you have categories or tags that you want me to add because it just doesn't come up, just send me an email or message me or whatever and ask me to add that tag for you so that it will come up and you will have a place on the main site. And then here's the short description. So these are greeting cards on blank inside. Let's just say adorned with native Ontario feathers. They are 5 by 7 inches. Oops. 5 by 7 inches. And they're blank. Oh, I already put that they're blank. What are they? 5 by 7 inches with envelope. There we go. Envelope. There. Okay. So you can create that product. You can create and add a new one, but let's just do one thing at a time. So I'm going to create that product. So there's my product. There's my photo. So you want to walk through this and make sure you're set up, because you don't want to sell this unless you have the proper shipping attributes and everything, because you don't want to sell it and have to pay for shipping yourself if you forgot to put a shipping charge in there. So please don't forget these things. It is a simple product. Here you will notice we have downloadable and virtual. So downloadable and virtual are, say, a downloadable product would be if you made a CD and someone can download the file so they can buy it, download it, and have it on their computer. Same as virtual. So we need to ship this product. This is a simple product that we're going to ship. So don't check these off. It's $25. It's a card. There's your tag. There's your short description. This description is a longer description, and I'll see if I can show you right here. So these are my beaded feather bundles. So here is where you're going to find the short description section. Now this is kind of long for a short description, but down here, if you scroll down, this is the long description. So basically what you want to do at the top is explain your product as briefly as you can. And if someone wants more information, they can scroll down and get more information. So under description here, I'm explaining myself, who I am. I'm a feather keeper, where I'm from, and an explanation of the feathers, what they mean, how you would pick them out. This is something that I want people to know about my product, because my product is a little more in depth than, say, buying a pair of earrings. So I want to explain the feathers and the meaning behind them. So that's what you would put in the long description. So we'll go back to this page, and so you could put that here. You know, here for my cards, maybe I would want to put, you know, these are goose feathers from Ontario, and then explain the feathers if I wanted to. Then we're going to come on to inventory. So a SKU is stock keeping unit. I usually go with enable product stock management. I'm not sure there's a difference, but here I can put, okay, I have 20 sets of these cards and I can sell 20 of them. But if people start buying them and I only have a few left, I want this program to tell me, oh, you're running out of cards. So that's where we would put low stock threshold. So once I sell 18, I'm going to get an email that says, hey, you're running out of cards. You only have 2 left. Back orders. You can explore this if you want to. This is for if you don't have anything in stock and someone wants to buy it anyway, that you'll allow them to pay for it and then you'll make it. Now be careful with this, because if it's something you have to make, you're getting into a whole thing with shipping and how long it's going to take you to make it and how long it's going to take you to ship it. So be careful with that. Allow only one of this product to be bought in a single order. You can click that if you want to, so they can only buy one at a time instead of buying all 20 sets of cards. That's again up to you. This product requires shipping. Important that this is turned on. Okay, you can put in the weight, the length, the width, and the height of this product. But this is really important. You want to pick your shipping class. So we made the prices in these for these classes. And you need to pick one. So these cards for me, I would say I could probably mail them for $20 to BC. So I'm going to collect that $20 medium. Now, if it was to Ottawa, it might be $12, but in the end, you want to make sure you break even on shipping and never lose money on shipping. Tax status, none. I'm a nonprofit, so I don't have to charge tax. And you are not a registered business, you don't have to charge tax. If you are registered to collect HST, you would want to put taxable, and that's going to come in at standard, and that's 13% HST. Okay. So I'm going to do mine at none. Upsell is where you want to put other things that you have for sale. So if someone's interested in these cards, they might also be interested in my feather bundles. So here is where I would want to put that in. Or perhaps even like a single feather. I have, that's all fundraising stuff under this account. So I have like these weird ostrich feathers that I've had for years, and I'm going to sell them and put the money back into the nonprofit. So if I wanted to upsell somebody so they like that, well, they're really going to like this ostrich feather, then that's going to show up here. So if you scroll down, it'll say related products, And these are your upsells. So these are things that you may want people to look at. If they're interested in those cards, they may be interested in your other products. Attributes. Attributes is something that I'm not going to go over in this tutorial, but certainly contact me if you want to. The idea behind attributes and variations is if you're selling, for instance, t-shirts, and you have t-shirts in small, medium, large, you also have t-shirts in red, blue, and white. This is where you're gonna set that up. So not unlike what I've done for the beaded feathers. Now I have beaded feathers. There's all sorts of different kind of feathers I can put in there. There's different colors of hide, there's different colors of beads, and different sizes. So these are attributes right here. So if someone wants feathers that represent community, they can click on community. If it has to be brown, they can click on brown. I want my hide color brown and I want a large one. So now that's going to register straight into the cart. Add that to cart. And those are attributes. So if we view that cart, we're going to see all these attributes. So we picked community based medicines, hide color brown. It's a large bundle and I'm the vendor. So you can see right there. So those are what attributes do. If you want to learn how to set these up, contact me and I can help you do that. I'm just not going to include it in this video. Maybe I'll make one for a little bit later on. It's not that complicated, but I want you to just get a grasp of the basics first. Other options. So this is where you can choose to hide your product. So you can make this product but not want to sell it yet. So you can change that to hidden. And that means it's not going to show up the website. No one can buy it. No one can find it. You can save it as a draft, which means, oh, you know, you started to make this. I wanted to sell these cards today, but then my phone rang and I got to run. So I'm just going to put this in as draft real quick and then save it so that I can come back and finish it up later. Right now, I'm going to say, yep, I'm all done with this one. I want it to be visible. I want people to buy it and save that product. So again, the important stuff to remember when you're doing products is definitely, obviously, your price, your categories and tags, your descriptions, how many you have, your inventory, and make sure that you put your shipping on there so that you don't get pickled for not charging for shipping and then it comes out of your pocket. So be careful with that. And this product personally I'll get a ding-a-ling email that says, hey, there's a product ready for your review and that product is pending. So I'm going to go in on the back end of this website and I'm going to approve that product for you so that it will be for sale. I have approvals on for some people and some people I don't, simply because I know a lot of you. And I know what you sell, and I can pre-approve you so that I don't have to go in and check all the time. But for those of you that I don't know, and the people that are going to come to this website and become vendors, I won't know them. So I want to make sure that we're not selling sacred items or you know, all of those other things that we don't want to see on our website. So let's try viewing that product, see what happens here. I've never clicked it that way before. There we go. There's my feathers. So it's got 20 in stock. When you run out of stock, this will turn red and it'll say out of stock. They're $25. There's a short description, and we didn't put in a long description, but if we did, it would be right here. And then people can click through here and find your vendor info. And your other products, and they can message you and ask you, hey, do you have these in a 12-pack, whatever the question may be. And then there's your suggested products. They may also like this and related products. So that is how you are going to put in your products. If you click back here, you will see all of your products listed here. And you can go in and edit them. So for instance, let's look at this ostrich feather. I can delete that I can look at it as a viewer would, you know, as a customer would look at it. I can duplicate it. So, you know, I have these ostrich feathers in 5 to 8 inches, 12 to 15 inches. And instead of creating a whole new product, I could duplicate it and then just change the size of it. It just saves you a little time, but it can get you confused. So when you're starting out, just start out carefully. But I can go in and click edit. It's going to bring up that feather, and I can say, oh crap, I only put $5. It's supposed to be $6. So I can change that. I can add more description. I can change my quantity. So if I bought 10 more and I have 10 more to sell, I can change this to 14. Make sure that you've got your shipping and your tax on it. And then just save it again. And then your products are up. So I hope I've covered everything. I'm just waiting for this page to refresh here. And back to the dashboard. So a really super quick overview is you begin at your settings. Make sure all of this is filled out, okay? And just make your way down. Payment, we've discussed. If you want me to pay you through PayPal, put that address there. If you want me to pay you through e-transfer, put that one there. They can be the same, it doesn't matter. Just know that if you ask me for a withdrawal, I'm gonna go to this one here and I'm gonna e-transfer it to you, okay? You can select, when you go to withdrawal, you can select how you want me to pay you. So there will be an option for PayPal and an option for bank transfer. Verification, super important. This is, and I hope you understand, it's because I want everyone to be authentic and Indigenous. So I know that I know most of you, but there's going to be people coming on board, vendors coming on board that I'm not going to know. And this is important to me to make sure that the grant money we're working with goes directly to Indigenous artists. So don't be irritated that I ask you for this. Just please submit it and I will verify you on my end and we'll get you going. Shipping we discussed. Social profile and SEO we discussed as well. It's a good idea to put that in there. If you go back to dashboard, withdrawal is where you're going to say, okay, I sold $100 worth of stuff. It's going to say right here how much money you can withdraw. So this will be minus your 8%. So if you sold $100 in products, it'll be minus 8% and it'll say current balance is, I can't do the math, but current balance is $98 or whatever. You can put $98 in here. You can tell me how to pay you and then submit that request. And then as soon as I can, I'll come back to you and e-transfer you that money. Okay. Hopefully I've covered everything. I appreciate your patience, but it was pretty simple. It took me about an hour to get this ready for you. And if you have questions, email Nikki at nikki@passthefeather.org or email me, dawn@passthefeather.org. I am going to commit to working on this 5 days a week for at least 8 hours a day. That's my volunteer work for you. Nikki will be working mostly afternoons and evenings. I'm a morning person, so I'll be up early and working for you probably by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning until 3. And now my dog is behind me and he seems to want to go outside. So I'm going to sign off here and thank you for joining me. And again, if you have questions, just get in touch. Onagiwahi.